Hello my beautiful Facebook boys and girls, it's Emily the Diamond here. I've just been at the pool this morning with some beautiful friends who are visiting from around Australia and the States. We're having a wonderful weekend away and I am in what I call the far back, you know, those 7-seater cars, and they've got an extra back row of seats. We've got one of them in our car and I am snuggled up. Everyone is off getting very Aussie meat pies. So I've got a moment to myself in here and I wanted to come in and connect with you guys and talk about one of the focus hacks that was really fun to talk about with people this week in client sessions, and it was to do with this thing we call quality questions. And I had the opportunity to work with Dr. John Demartini for 1.5 years in Australia, working with his Australian organisation who bring him out to Australia, Greg Klopper and all those amazing people who did that. And in that time, I got to participate in all of his programs and be exposed to him and have time with him and be mentored under his philosophy. It was incredible, and it obviously massively informs my current practice and approach, particularly around traits, repression, expression, value systems, values, conflicts, communication strategies, personal focus strategies. And Demartini has a very famous quote, which is, "The quality of our life is determined by the quality of the questions that we ask ourselves." I'll say it again, the quality of our life is determined by the quality of the questions we ask ourselves. So what's that got to do with focus? Well, for those of you who know the human communication model, which is taught in neurolinguistic programming. Let's get all tech for this Saturday, people. That model is essentially around how we engineer or get the highest probability of engineering very specific outcomes through our behavior. And that's through this tool of focus. And not focus like what your eyes do or concentration, but about selective engagement with your environment and selectively choosing parts of your environment that you interact with. And then we call that your focus. And one of the hacks that we have for focus is that the part of our brain doing the focusing is actively working on sorting our environment due to priority, is called our reticular activating system, and loads of people know that, and that's not new, and we love making jokes about the RAS. We say things like you're talking through your RAS for fun. So there's lots of fun in there, but the RAS is triggered, what a lot of people don't know is that the RAS is triggered by another part of our brain, another processing function called our critical faculty. And our critical faculty is essentially our self-talk. So where you're talking to yourself, what your thoughts are occurring in, that's the critical faculty. And yeah, it is no joke that it's called critical by nature. It's critical by nature. It's going to be preserving you, protecting you, keeping you safe. So naturally it has a bent towards being suspicious, cautious, negative, self-depreciating, all of those things, which is why working on a solid mindset around capability and continuity and consistency and self-pride and self-love and self-appreciation and trusting in others, that's why that requires active conscious attention, because the critical faculty by default is critical. And the critical faculty mainly functions in questions. So we're just walking through our life. Oh, my friends are moving their car. We're just walking through our lives going like, oh, do I like that? Do I not like that? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it right or is it wrong? What do I think of that? Do I trust them? Do I not trust them? Do I like it? Do I not like it? Is it good? Is it bad? More or less. Should I be doing it? Should I not be doing it? What do they think? What do I think? And that's all critical faculty self-talk in question structure. And questions, I like to teach in my practice, in my groups, and my one-on-one, that questions are one of our most powerful activators of the RAS, of the search function. So essentially, questions become an override in your focus. So if you want to radically shift your focus really, really quickly, you can do a clean, a clean and fast focus shift with questions. And so then of course the quality of the design of those questions will determine where your focus shifts to. And this is where we come back to this beautiful comforting truth from Demartini's teaching, that the quality of our life is determined by the quality of the questions we ask ourselves. So right now I'm in this moment where everybody's gone into the lovely little gourmet pie shop for their lovely Australian beach holiday weekend experience of going getting a pie. And you know, I'm not into that, and I've conditioned myself now for like 15 years to live to my values. And so I'm like, well, I'm not into that, so that's okay. So I'm like, well, what could I do that would have me meet my values and my needs? Quality question. And it was like, well, I could get out there and share my message with my community, not just to share it with them, but to remind myself and have a moment of just relaxation, sitting here with the aircon, the beautiful, gorgeous sunny days you can see. So yeah, the quality of our life, the quality of our experience, the quality of our emotional state, the quality of our relationships, the quality of our connection, the quality of our leadership, how consistent we are. You can bring it all back to a very, very clean and quick hack of the quality of your questions. All right, my fam bam has arrived. I'll talk to you later. Bye.